You ever have one of those moments where the whole world just sort of flips upside down on you, and for a second, you're not even sure what's real anymore? Yeah, that's how it started for me. Out in the woods, where the only thing louder than my footsteps was the silence swallowing up everything else. My dad was walking beside Mule. Not so much walking as gliding, every movement just so like he was putting on a show for trees that didn't care. That's the weird part, you know? He always wore these press suits, even in the dirt, like he was allergic to being normal. I was 6, maybe half his height, skipping along and talking his ear off about butterflies, roots, whatever. But you could tell wasn't listening, not really. Not with his eyes as cold as winter puddles, not with his hands stiff in mine. Let me back up as Sesh tells me he wants to show me something special. And I believe him because while I'm 6, I'm thinking a bird's nest, maybe a hidden trail, something magical, the way little kids always hope their parents will surprise them. But the deeper we go, the more I notice see no birds, not even a squirrel, like the woods themselves were holding their breath. My dad's talking, but it's that sugary sweet tone he pulls out when he's bored, when he's planning something else behind those dead eyes. We stop in this part of the forest where the trees sort of lean in, making a circle, and I spot this wildflower pushing up through the mess of roots. "Look, Daddy, isn't it beautiful?" I shout, like I'm showing him a diamond. But he just hums, eyes glued to something else he has spot near the base of a gnarled old tree, where the ground looks disturbed. He tells me there's a treasure, that I have to get close, closer still, and you know how it goes. You want to make your dad proud, so you trust. Even when something in your gut whispers, something's off here. That's when he does it, pretends to trip, but his hands don't catch me, they shove me hard right into that tree. The shock, the rough bark, my breath punched out, then the real terror. I hear it before I see it. The dry shake of a rattlesnake's tail. Next thing, pain sharp, burning alive. I scream, "Daddy." I expect him to come running, to scoop me up, to save me. That's what dads do, right? Except he just stands there, and then he runs. Just gone. And the venom's already crawling up my leg. Every heartbeat like a countdown. I'm crying so hard I can't even see, calling out for help in a forest that doesn't care. I think this is it. That I'm going to die here, alone, with nothing but the trees and the blood and the poison. And then I hear hooves heavy, sure, not like a deer. Out from the green, there's this white horse, shining like a ghost, but more real than anything else in the world at that moment. You might not believe me, but I swear that horse looked at me like it knew exactly what was happening. Like it was sorry. The snake sees the horse, tries to slip away, but the horse stomps down, hard, and the thread is gone just like that dust and silence. The horse kneels beside me, nuzzles my cheek, and for the first time since my dad left, I feel a little less alone. But I'm fading fast. I try to stand, but the world tilts, and I fall back into the leaves. That's when everything blurs a ride through the forest on the horse's back, the sway of its body, my mind drifting in and out. Next thing I know, there's a woman Marinick kneeling beside me, her hands gentle, her eyes fierce. She asks what happened, and all I can say is Daddy left. The snake bit me. She scoops me up, wraps her shirt around my leg, and tells me I'm going to be okay. She doesn't know for sure, I can see that in her face, but she says it anyway, and I believe her more than I ever believed my father. She takes me home, a small farmhouse where everything smells like bread and soap and hard work. Her husband, John, is there, worried and kind. They don't have much money's tight, the walls are thin, but they treat me like I'm the most important thing in the world. Marina does what she can, old remedies, honey and herbs, cool cloths. John runs for the neighbor, for a doctor, for hope. All the while, I'm drifting in and out, bits of memory and fear bubbling up Daddy's eyes, the push the way he ran. "You didn't do anything wrong, sweetheart," Marina keeps telling me. She says I'm safe now, that Storm the horse saved me. She stays by my side all night, never leaving, whispering promises she means with her whole heart. While I'm fighting the poison, there's a whole storm brewing outside. Turns out, my dad went back to the woods with a crowd, putting on a show crying, pleading for help to find his lost daughter. People buy it because that's what people do, right? They trust the suit, the money, the practiced tears. But not Marina and John. When the search party comes knocking, with my dad right there in front, they play it cool. Haven't seen anything, Marina says, watching his eyes for any flicker of real feeling. There isn't any. When my whimper slips through the wall, John says it's a sick goat. They don't let him inside. Not a chance. That night, Marina and John talk, worried sick. They want to believe maybe it was an accident, maybe my dad just panicked. But the things I said in my fever, the look in his eyes, it doesn't add up. Still, what can they do? He's rich, respected, the kind of man no one questions. They're just good people trying to do what's right. The next morning, I wake up feeling weak but alive. Marina makes me soup, tucks me in tighter, and when I ask if she's my mommy now, she smiles with tears in her eyes. If you want, she says, and for the first time, I believe her. Then my dad comes back, alone this time, no crowd, no show. He's colder now, meaner, and he demands to look inside. John stands in his way. You've checked already, he says, calm but firm. My dad starts bluffing, saying he found footprints, that he knows I survived. He tries to push past, but they don't let him. I'm hiding in the back bedroom, trembling, every muscle screaming to run. Marina whispers, stay here, no matter what. Finally, the standoff breaks. There's a car outside. Police and Owumami dad's wife, Camila. She's crying, holding papers, talking about guides paid to find snake nests, plans to resolve family problems. She's got proof, real proof. The police take us all to the station. My dad tries to twist it, to pin the blame, but the story's unraveling fast. 3 months later, it's courtman in a new dress, holding Marina's hand, John on my other side. The jury listens as I tell them what happened, simple and straight. He pushed me. He wanted the snake to bite me. He left me there. Camila testifies about what she found. The doctor says I almost died. Marina and John tell how they found me and saved me. And in the end, the jury sees the truth for what it is. My dad goes away for a long, long time. That should be the end, right? But real life keeps going. Marina and John adopt me for real. I get a room with blue curtains, a spot at the table, a family that actually wants me. Storm gets a new stable, and people come from all over just to see the horse who saved a child. Marina's bakery grows, John gets a steady job, and there's laughter in the house every day. I start writing letters to other kids who feel alone, scared, or unwanted. Never lose hope, I say. Sometimes the angels who save us have 4 legs. Sometimes they're just regular people who care enough to listen. And if you're wondering, yeah, I call them mom and dad now. Not because I have to, but because I want to, because they earned it the hard way. You know what's wild? Some people still debate the story. Some say, how could a father do that? Others wonder if justice really got done, if 15 years in prison is enough for a life almost lost. So I'm asking you, what do you think? Is justice about punishment or about the second chances we give, the love we choose, the family we build after everything falls apart? Share your thoughts if you want. Tell me what you'd have done or who saved you when you needed it most. Maybe someone out there needs to hear it. Maybe that's how we all heal a little at a time together.